What's up? Hey, who's with me? Who's with me? Who's with me? Lexi. Yeah, she did her thing. I'm going live from my phone. First time trying that. Somebody say something so I know that you're really there. Who's there? How do I get to see the chat? Who's with me? All right. Okay, now I'm seeing it. CC sat down before the double double again. I know. Yeah, yeah. But we're not gonna worry about that. She's not worried about that right now. What a game! What a game! First time I'm going live on the in the car here as I'm driving, trying to figure out where I'm going. But I just left the venue where we had the little get together for the game. So I can't read your comments and drive at the same time. But yeah, what kind of game? What a game! What a game! Listen, I put in the title that this is not the same team before the break. This team right here is looking like, forget about making the playoffs. We're talking about making some noise in the playoffs. All right? That was such a game. And in the beginning of the game, it wasn't really looking like we wanted it to go, but you look at the score and you're like, oh my goodness, they're right in this thing. They're right in this thing. And then halftime, they're up one. They're up one after the third quarter. Lexi Hull. I'm talking Lexi Hull's dropping shots. Kelsey Mitchell dropping shots. Caitlin Clark dropping shots. I mean, Doncic dropping shots. CC with the floater. I mean, CC got a technical. She got knocked a little bit around. They didn't blow the whistle. She was frustrated too. But man, this is a game. This is a team, man, that can do some stuff. I don't know. It was so extremely exciting watching this game. The passing, and yep, she was one short of a double double, but that's all right. I mean, we'll take the win. But I gotta ask you guys. I'm gonna be stopping here shortly because I gotta run into the store here. But I gotta ask you, what? All right, you guys still with me? I had the phone. It's so hot that I have this up. I have the little clip um up on the windshield, and it's so hot. The phone said we got to shut it down because it's too hot. But anyway, so tell me, the Fever coach overreacted? Well, what happened? I thought it was Seattle coach. I forgot. I'm drawing a blank as to what her name is. But I thought it was the Seattle coach who got upset because she cleared her bench, and I guess Christy Size didn't clear her bench quick enough. So I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, the winning coach had to apologize because they beat another team so badly. I don't understand. I don't understand what in the world just happened. So I'm sitting there watching. Like I said, I was at the little area watch party, and it was really just a few of us there. But what was up with goodness, somebody remind me of her name? Noelle, thank you. Quinn, right? Noelle Quinn. She actually is gonna get in their face about how she does her substitutions. I don't understand. I've never seen NBA coach do this. This was kind of pathetic. So why do people say that Coach Sides overreacted? Okay, yeah, Sides said she didn't realize she had cleared her bench. Here's my point. Why is it Noel's business what Christy Sides does? I don't understand that. First of all, she don't have to realize it. I mean, she probably was focused on her own team at the end. But I'm trying to understand, what is this, who does that? Who gets mad and actually you kind of gotta be separated because you think that the other coach owes you something. She doesn't owe her anything. Yeah. I don't understand. And she did clear the bench, but I really hope that Sides didn't say I'm sorry. I don't get it. Like, I seriously don't get it. But anyway, which is a shame because it kind of had to end on that note. But I'm talking about, this team. There are gonna be some folk. There are gonna be a lot of people getting the attitude because this team. I mean, what did we say before? We said that these other players have to knock down shots because it's gonna open up everything for everybody. Lexi Hall did her thing, and on the defensive end, you see that charge she took. Okay, Cece got knocked around a couple times, didn't get the call. She got frustrated. Yeah, they hugged afterwards. And Christy Sides was saying something to her, but I don't understand why you got to apologize for that. Okay, somebody said I like Sides. I want to see her succeed. They're all waking up. Hall is slowly becoming I'm gonna tell you, I've always liked Hall because I'm a defensive-minded kind of person, and even when her shots weren't falling, she's always bringing the defensive intensity. But this team, I'm telling you, the excitement that they had, they're not the same team. You can see it in the way they're walking. They are. There's a confidence about them, and people were looking at them as the team that they were going to roll. Going to get to walk over. And kudos to Cece. She broke Tisha Panichero's record for assists by a rookie in a season. Tisha did it in 30 games when they were playing 30 games. Cece's already doing stuff. That's why I'm saying every time she takes the court, she's either right? That's like Ezzy apologizing. Exactly. Whenever Cece takes the court, she's either setting a record, breaking a record, or doing something before somebody ever did it. Faster time and fewer games than anybody else ever did. Okay? This team could beat the Olympic team. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that fourth quarter was just off the hook. This was exciting basketball. And they are excited. You could see the camaraderie between them. Rookie of the year, easily. Here's the thing. It was never a contest for Rookie of the Year. But for sure now, I don't even want to hear that. So can we slow it down? The fourth was nice, but the first half was atrocious. It was. But you know how they say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Remember though, slow it down. No, we're going to enjoy every success along the way. If we can ride their tails every time they mess up, then we can enjoy the win. We can enjoy the win. And there was some good stuff going on. They didn't start the way I wanted to see them start. Absolutely right there. But remember, going into the half, they were up 1. Going into the fourth quarter, they were up 1. So it wasn't, I was thinking too, I was like, man, they're getting spanked. And then you look at the score and you're like, okay, yeah, they're close. So we, I get it, because it's sort of like, you don't want to get ahead of yourself. You don't want to celebrate too much. You don't want to, but you know what? You have to, this team who started out the way they started out, who was handed the schedule they were handed, who had people knocking CC to the floor, knocking her across the head, all this other stuff. And people saying she ain't all that. She can't, people, no, we have got to be able to say, you know what? This is a good turnaround and we're going to enjoy it. That's what I'm saying. Is it over yet? Absolutely not. But remember the goal. The goal going into the season was we want to make the playoffs, something which hadn't been done in a long time. Remember, this is a team, back in Tamika Catching's day, this is a team in Indiana that, was making some waves. Championship team, this team said, we just want to make the playoffs. And then after we saw how they started, my goodness, Coach Tsai said, okay, we just want to go game to game. But now we like what we see. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what Kelsey Mitchell's going to do. I don't know who, but I'm saying, what a game. And if people keep knocking shots down like that, understand they're not going to be able to continue. They're not going to be able to play CC like they did. Now, in the beginning of the game, it was a little bit rough, some turnovers, and Seattle has more. If I'm right, Seattle has more steals in all of the WNBA. Okay, their defensive pressure. There were some things that the Fever would have been able to get away with against some other teams. Some passes they would have been able to get away with, but this is Seattle, so the intensity is up. But you know what? They maintained. They didn't quit. And I'm saying that this is a team that would have been like in the Mully Grubs some time ago. The break was good. They tried to diss Caitlin Clark by keeping her off the Olympic team. It should have been her decision whether or not she was going to rest. But anyway, they chose to do it like that. They got the rest. They got some time to work together, team build, etc. And we're seeing the results. So Kelsey needs $1 million contract. Yeah, because you know what? She's not, as I said from the beginning, she's streaky. And if she can learn to play disciplined, she's a tremendous asset. And I feel like, some people still don't believe that this is the right fit for her or that she'll stay. I don't know. I'm not the GM or the coach. I don't deal with those things. But I'm saying that this team has got some really good parts to it. Coach Sides, on the other hand, imagine what they could do with a quality coach. But I came into the second half of the season being willing to say, okay, Lynn Dunn didn't get rid of her, so this is what we got. So let's roll with it. What was it like at that meetup? Actually, you know what? It was they had some kind of other event going on. So there were only just a handful of people who were there. But I got to meet this young girl. I didn't get her. I think she's going into, did she say 5th grade? She's a young girl. She loves Caitlin Clark. And so we tried to go live. You might have noticed we tried to go live, but there was a horrible signal in there. Her name is Brooklyn. And so I did a little video recording of her. And I'm going to post that later, that little clip with her. So it only ended up being just a few people. And when it's all over, it was like 3 of us. And I was jumping up and down and enjoying myself because they were dropping those shots like it was hot. So yeah, that was a fun thing to watch. Don't understand the deal with the end, but I didn't want to wait till I got home. I had to do a few errands. So when I got out of there, I just wanted to jump on live and say, wow, that's pretty good. There's a lot seatbelt. I'm not driving. I parked. I had the phone up on the little clip on the windshield, and it's so hot. That's why it shut down. It was just too hot, and the phone shut down. And so before I go in the store, I just stopped, and I took the seatbelt off only because I stopped. I'm a big seatbelt person. Clark, Mitchell, Boston, the new triangle. And I don't even know how many assists Boston had, but she was rocking those assists. So, yeah, I'm trying to see some of your comments. I've always liked Size as a person, but I like her as a head coach. Yeah, no, I agree. And I put it like this. The less we have to talk about her, the better, And the good thing is, she was smart enough not to try to be loyal to Erica Wheeler there in the second half. Who keeps saying Brad Griner? I'm not sure what that means. Who broadcast the post game show live? Anyway, I don't know. I'm trying to check out some of these comments, but the issue with Size is she's a good coach for a great team. I don't know, but the team is obviously doing some good things. They're not the same team they were. Yeah, it's, we're not going to pretend that they are, they're not the number one team in the league, but we're going to celebrate the good times, the good stuff, and the things they're doing well. And yeah, Gabby Williams, they're talking about Cedric. They're talking about Gabby going to Seattle, and you probably heard too during the game. They said after Paris, she's thinking about whether or not she wants to go. The one place we know she don't want to go, she told Angel Reese, because of some bad blood, and that is Chicago. So no, I'm at home. I'm not at the game. Yeah, the problem is there are significantly better teams out. Well, there's some more experienced teams, but I think this team with these pieces could do some damage. They can make it to the playoffs. Anything is possible. Remember, you got to go through New York, right? But y'all remember this team beating New York? Do y'all remember CC? Wasn't that where she got 19? Was it the 19 assists? Was that against New York? So yeah, she does continue to destroy the Olympians. So the watch party was, like I said, it was just a few people because there was another event. They said that they had like 25 when they did it before. So we only had like a handful of people. But it was cool to be there, and the game got exciting, and so that's cool. All right, so yeah, the floater. Sissy had floater. She's driving to the basket, distributing the ball. I mean, really good stuff. Second best player in the league, somebody said. Did you see that? Yeah, we were, Ernest, you must have just joined us. We were just talking about the coaching situation. Like somehow Christy Sides is supposed to owe it to Noelle Quinn to do what she wants her to do. That's like Copper at the Olympics. I didn't watch any of the Olympics, but I saw that little clip where she got an attitude and she wanted to throw the ball at the player because you want him to do what you want him to do. You know what? Just take care of your team. I mean, I don't owe it to you to do anything. I don't know. People are funny. She wanted to take the air out of the room. Yeah, like that's just like who seriously does that and tells the coach what they're supposed to do? Can you explain empty the bench? Is this an unwritten rule? Well, generally speaking, when you are at the point, where you can't be caught, you empty your bench, so you get those players who don't get a chance to play to get on the floor, and so Seattle, I guess, it emptied their bench. And so that meant that they were conceding the loss, and she expected Christy Size to do the same, which she eventually did do. But you do it because you want to do it. You don't do it because another coach tells you to do it and then get mad. I mean, it's one thing if you go back home, to your team, you go in the locker room and say, we're going to remember that. We're going to remember that. But to actually want to like get in somebody's face about it, that takes a new kind of nerve. No. You guys are used to the Indiana Fever, not being a team that you feel is competitive. You beat them 2 times, all this stuff. And now you don't like you don't like it. Just like Copper got mad at CC and DT got a technical again in the Phoenix game. Look, we're here to play basketball. Nobody's trying to be disrespectful, but I don't owe anything to you like that. So anyway, what did somebody say? Angel basically won Rookie of the Year yesterday. Somebody needs to get some sleep. Somebody been up too long. That's funny. Anyway, there's nobody thinks that who's being sincere. Not a one. And they're really doing Angel Reese a disservice. And they've done her disservice the whole season. I think I need to do a video about that not only has the whole Angel Reese thing, particularly double streak, and not only has that done damage to the game itself, it's really done damage to her. Um, and that's pretty sad, but it's the truth. I can elaborate on that. But if you really have respect for Angel Reese, you would come at it a different way. She don't need charity, and that's what people are trying to give her. Anyway, all right. Doc is crazy for goofy pops. That's funny. Maybe somebody. I'm assuming maybe they were just being funny. It had to be. It can't be for real, right? All right, everybody. I'm about to go in here into Petco and get some food from my pets, but I didn't want to get home after I walked out of the watch party, and I was really excited about how they turned it up and what they're doing, the good stuff, and I appreciate that. I've got quite a few of you watching with me. I appreciate that, but there's only 313 likes. Come on now, hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right. All right, guys. I'll catch you sometime soon, God willing. Let me get on in here and get going. I never thought I'd be one of those people sitting in the car doing videos, but here I am. All right. All right. God bless you. Catch you next time, God willing.